And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 23 of Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. We got a watch party here tonight, a late one here tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And coming up in about a minute, maybe maybe fewer than that now. But we got the 12 ranked Houston Cougars taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. I'm really excited for this game. Be sure to like, subscribe. Alright, let me pull up the live stream chat here. So anyone can type in whenever they want here. It just turned 8 p.m., so we should be getting this game tipped off here pretty soon. But in the meantime, folks, while we're waiting, I want to break down some MLB news that went out. Actually, a bunch of MLB news. Starting off, excuse me. Starting off with the Cincinnati Reds. Oh no, sorry, the Kansas City Royals. Yeah. The Kansas City Royals. And I saw this yesterday after my live stream, after my watch party of Kansas. After it ended, this came out saying the Kansas City Royals signed versatile player Kevin Biggio to a minor league contract. Craig Biggio's son. This is per Theo DeRosa of MLB.com. He says the Royals added a notable name on Sunday, signing super utility player Kevin Biggio to a minor league contract. Not a major, but a minor league contract. Biggio, who will turn 30 years old on April 11th, finished 5th in the American League Rookie of the Year award voting with the Blue Jays in 2019. His best offensive season was in 2020, when he hit 8 home runs, stole 14 bases, and posted an .807 OPS in 59 games. So yeah, that's the first piece of news. Moving on, the Cincinnati Reds made a trade with the Los Angeles Dodgers, where the Cincinnati Reds are acquiring a versatile infielder or a utility man, Gavin Lux, from the Dodgers. Yes. They are acquiring Gavin Lux from the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, again, per Mark Sheldon of MLB.com, the trade details are: so the Reds get second baseman / outfielder Gavin Lux, and the Dodgers in return get a competitive balance round A draft pick and outfield prospect Mike Sirota. So yeah, they get an outfield prospect to boost up their farm system a little, to add to their farm system a little bit. But the Reds got a pretty good team. They added Jose Trevino earlier in the offseason with the trade with the Yankees, and now they just acquired Gavin Lux from the Dodgers. So, and I would not be shocked if this is not their last move of the offseason. They can still make a whole lot more moves from now up to the beginning of spring training. So I would not be surprised. The third piece of news we have 4 pieces. The third piece of news is Michael Lorenzen agrees to a 1-year deal Michael Vincent agrees to a one-year deal with the Kansas City Royals, guaranteed worth $7 million, with a mutual contract option for 2026. A source said this was per Annie Rogers, MLB.com. The Royals reunited with Michael Vincent on Monday evening. So last year in 2024, the Rangers had him for like a good majority of for like the entire first half of the season, and a, and probably for a little bit in the second half, and then in the trade deadline he got traded over to the Royals. Now the Royals have signed him back on a one-year deal for one more year. So he's guaranteed to stick with the Royals for 2025. So they've upgraded the rotation definitely for sure. So I like that. And the final piece of news, I keep closing the tab even though there's more news. Anyways, the Texas Rangers have signed reliever Chris Martin to a 1-year contract, major league contract, 1-year contract. The Texas Rangers, per MLB.com, this was posted 35 minutes ago. The Rangers on Monday announced that the club has signed right-handed relief pitcher Chris Martin to a 1-year major league contract for the 2025 season. To make room for Martin on the club's major league roster, they have designated for assignment right-handed pitcher Matt Festa. So he's gone to make room for Chris Martin on the 40-man. This past Martin, who's 38 years old, went 3-1 with a 3.45 ERA, 7 earned runs, 44 and one-third innings pitched, in 45 relief appearances for Boston last year in 2024. And Emmanuel Sharp covers the basketball for Houston as Houston wins the chip to start this game. Let's get it underway. Houston, TCU. I'm going to close that tab. That's all the MLB news we have. The next commercial break, we will be doing the NFL bracket because the playoffs are officially set. 3-pointer drain by Houston. It's now 3-0 over TCU. I personally would not be shocked if I see Houston get to the number one spot in the rankings. They got a pretty good ball club so far this season. They've proven that for sure. LJ Choir, Emmanuel Sharp, Milo Suzanne, Joseph Tugler, and Juwan Roberts is your starting five for your Houston Cougars, which is basically the starting five all the time. Okay. That was a little weird. The Houston guy passed it over, but it was a really high throw. He passed it over, and the guy jumped up. He caught it. He dropped down on his feet, but he lost his balance. Went out of bounds. Now TCU basketball. And I guess Houston just stole it. Manuel Sharp, deep three. Drain, 6-0. 6-0 Houston to start this game. Yeah, Houston's 2-0 in the conference, 10-3 overall. TCU 1-1 in the conference, only 8-5. So yeah, TCU hasn't really gotten off to they've gotten off to they're doing good. Like they're on a winning season so far, as that's a shot clock violation on TCU. But it's not. It's definitely not their expectations. It's definitely not what they've been wanting so far this season for sure. Now, however, if they are able to indeed win this game and pull off the upset over Houston in this game, that is a big plus for the TCU Horned Frogs, especially here at the beginning of conference play, going into um, their next game, which, if I take a look, ESPN, Manuel Sharp joins another three. It's now 9-0. TCU's next game after this one is against BYU at 1 p.m. on this Saturday, the 11th. I think this Saturday, the 11th. If the chat's there, please let me know. Is the 11th a Sat? Yes, it is a Saturday, yeah. On Saturday, the 11th at 1 p.m. on ESPN2 against BYU at home. So that'll be good. They are at home in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Skull Mayor Arena. However you pronounce that. Yeah. But they're the home team. So, and then they got Utah. So yeah. It's now 11-4. TCU was able to score their first points of the game. But at the same time, Houston was also able to score 2 more points. And there's 2 more by Juwan Roberts. It's now 13-4. Juwan Roberts getting it done. Same with Emmanuel Sharp. If I take a look at Houston, Houston Cougars' next game is against Kansas State. Alright, they're coming commercial break. Next game is at Bramlage Coliseum in Manhattan, Kansas, against the Kansas State Wildcats on Saturday the 11th. This Saturday, ESPN Plus at 5 o'clock p.m. Alright, guys, they're on commercial break, so now let's do the bracket, shall we? Let's do the NFL bracket, NFL playoff bracket. So the Houston Texans, by the way, the first round game, the wildcard game, is against the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, the Los Angeles Chargers. Hold on, let me see how. Create a bracket. Here we go. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me shut my door. Alright, guys. Let's do this. So, we start off with the 4 seed Houston Texans taking on the 5 seed Los Angeles Chargers. I'm pretty sure the winner of this game will move on to take on the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. Alright. I'm going to pick the Texans here. I think the Texans can handle the Chargers. So let's go Texans. All right, the 3 seed Baltimore Ravens against the 6 seed Pittsburgh Steelers. I gotta go Ravens here. I mean, they seem like too much of a powerful offense at this point. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta go Ravens. The 2 seed Buffalo Bills against the 7 seed Denver Broncos. Here's the thing: the Buffalo Bills, look, they are unbelievable. All right, with Josh Allen leading them at quarterback on offense, they're unbelievable. But the Denver Broncos, look, man, the Broncos have actually done actually pretty solid this season as a football team. No one really expected them again. No one expected them to win 10 games this season. Probably even 9 games, really, and they were able to do that. So, but I think the Bills are going to move on. I think this Bills team is just way too powerful for a team like the Broncos and stuff. So yeah. All right. So I'm predicting the AFC first, and then I'll do the. I'm predicting the AFC and then the NFC. All right. So we got the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. TCU 3, that's off the mark. Offensive rebound, bad pass there. A steal by Houston, and a 2 is good. It's now 15-4. All right, the 1 seed Chiefs against the 4 seed Texans. Now, last game. Now, the regular season game between these two teams, the Chiefs won 27-19 over the 27-19 over the Texans. Pretty big loss there for the Texans. But at the same time, what do you expect? You're playing the Chiefs of all teams. You're playing the Chiefs. Excuse me. So, I don't know. But do the Texans have a shot? I don't know. I don't really think so. This Chiefs team has this Chiefs team has been winning games this regular season, just barely. They've just barely been getting past it. But in the end, it's just something about the playoffs. I feel like the Chiefs just get a spark and just go on a huge run. So I gotta go Chiefs here. As much as I want to pick Texans here, I gotta go Chiefs. Alright, the 2 seed Buffalo Bills taking on the 3 seed Baltimore Ravens. Let's see. The Bills and Ravens. This would be one heck of a game to watch. And guys, I'll let you guys right now know. I'll let you guys know. I don't think I've really mentioned this hardly at all, really. So I will be live for attempt I will attempt to be live for every single playoff game, alright? All the wildcard games for the AFC and NFC, all the um, division rounds for the AFC and NFC, all the conference championship game for the AFC and NFC, and then the Super Bowl. I'll be live for the Super Bowl. All right, I'm definitely for sure gonna be live for the Super Bowl. No doubt about it. All right, I will be live. We will be there, hanging out, chilling, watching the Super Bowl. All right, but here we go. But yeah, so this would be a dream matchup to see. The Bills and Ravens. Now, the Bills, of course, led by quarterback Josh Allen on the offensive end of the football, and he's outstanding. Probably most likely going to win NFL MVP this season. He's definitely got a shot at it. It's going to be close, though, because Lamar Jackson leads him in almost everything in the NFL. So, it it's gonna be tough, but he'll probably be the MVP. Anyway, so back to this. Lamar Jackson in the Ravens against Josh Allen in the Bills. Look, I want to pick the Bills just because they're so powerful, but in the end, the Ravens offense, what I saw in that regular season game against the Texans, now, yes, I do know it's just one game, but still, I saw a Ravens offense that did not stop. They won 31-2, and their defense was absolutely outstanding, only allowing 2 points against the Texans in the entire game. In the entirety of 4 quarters, they only allowed a total of 2 points against the Texans. And I'm going to be honest, the Texans are actually no slouch of an offense. Yes, they've had their down games here and there, but they can still score on you if you're not careful. So, I mean, I wouldn't sleep on this Ravens team. I don't think anyone else should either. So, it's going to be tough. But for that matter, I got to go Ravens. I'm sorry. I got to go Ravens. All right. We got the 1 seed Chiefs against the 3 seed Ravens. A rematch of last year's AFC Conference Championship game. And now, do the Ravens have a legitimate shot at beating and upsetting the Chiefs? Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, heck yes, they do. The Ravens' offense, again, powerful. The defense, powerful. Same with the Chiefs. The Chiefs' offense just keeps on going. Their defense, their defense can probably use some work. I mean, they were allowing quite a few um, points this season, if I would say, but powerful offense for sure. Do I think the Ravens are going to get past the Chiefs? That's the biggest question for me, is because, yes, the Chiefs, again, had so many games they won just barely, they snuck by just barely this regular season, but in the end, the Chiefs, again, they just find some type of spark in the postseason, and they roll with it, and they just keep on going. Now, is that going to happen? Is that going to continue here in this AFC Conference Championship game against the Ravens? I have no idea, but unfortunately, I think it is. So I gotta go with the Chiefs here. All right, NFC. We got the 1 seed Lions. All right, so the 4 seed Los Angeles Rams takes on the 5 seed Minnesota Vikings. Look, the Rams are good. Quarterback Matthew Stafford, that offense, they're good. But, however, the 5 seed Minnesota Vikings have been amazing this season. Now, yes, I do know they lost big time to the Lions in their final regular season game. What was it? Last night. But still, you can't count out the Vikings just because of that one loss. You can't count out that they they can't beat the Lions just because they lost that one game. Just because they lost that one game really badly to the Lions. All right, things can change. Quarterback Sam Darnold has been amazing for the Vikings this season. Their entire offense and defense has been outstanding this season for this Minnesota team. And that's why I'm going to have to go with the Vikings for our first upset of the postseason. First, our 5 or 4 seed upset. Well, actually, no, our second upset because we had the Ravens beat the Bills. Ravens were 3 seed, Bills were 2 seed. So never mind. All right, and they'll move on to face the 1 seed Lions. Moving on, we got the 3 seed Buccaneers taking on the 6 seed Commanders. Now, look, the Buccaneers. Ow. Now, here's the thing. Because the Buccaneers. Nice steal right there by Houston. The thing that scares me the most about the Buccaneers is how will they do? How is Baker Mayfield going to handle the playoffs? How is Baker Mayfield going to be able to handle a team like the Commanders? All right, and if they do get past them, you're probably going to face the Eagles. You might even face the Packers, and the Packers are also a tough opponent. They're no slouch either. So that's one thing that struggles. That's one thing that ties up my head about Baker Mayfield and this Buccaneers offense this season. This entire Buccaneers team just has me all up in shambles. Because I'm sitting here thinking, what about this? What about that? What about that? So yeah, unfortunately, I gotta go with the Commanders. I just don't. I gotta. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So apparently, the Commanders are a lower seed than the Vikings. So that would make the Commanders play the Lions and the Vikings play either the Eagles or Packers. But the Buccaneers win, and it stays the same: Vikings against Lions and Buccaneers against Eagles or Packers. That's interesting. I did not know that. All right. Anyway, so I'm going with the Commanders. Obviously, I mean, I don't think. I don't know why. I just don't really trust this Buccaneers team enough this season. They finished, I think, only with like 9 wins or 10 wins. And now, yes, I know that's a lot, but they lost seven. They lost seven. Alright. So, and I don't know if I'm gonna trust. There have been a lot of ups and downs overall in the season for the Bucks, so I have no idea. So going with the Commanders for the 6-3 seed upset. And now we got the 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles taking on the 7 seed Green Bay Packers. Now, the Eagles, look, with quarterback Jalen Hurts, he's out for a concussion. I have no clue if he's going to be ready for this wildcard game. I don't know if he's going to be doable, or sorry, not doable, playable for the entire postseason. I have no clue. So if that's the case, he if that's the case and he does not return for the postseason, then or at least this game, that means they have to turn over to Kenny Pickett. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm ready to trust quarterback Kenny Pickett against against a team like the Green Bay Packers. Packers are amazing this season, all right, and I just don't know if I'm ready to see Kenny Pickett fill in big shoes um, of like Jalen Hurts in a playoff game like this, in a win or go home situation, and a win or go home situation. So I gotta go. Uh, I'm well. It also does the same. If I pick the Packers, then it's gonna have the Packers against the Vikings and It's gonna have the Packers against the Lions and the Commanders against the Vikings. If I pick the Eagles, it's gonna be the Eagles and Vikings and Commanders and Lions. So yeah, let me hold on. Let me check ESPN and see Eagles. I have no idea if Jalen Hurts is going to return or not. I have no clue. So I'm going for that reason, and that, well, I don't know, man. Because the Commanders did beat the Eagles in that one game, 36-30, the way. But other than that, the Eagles had basically dominated them. Oh wait, no, this is the Packers. Sorry, the Eagles did lose that one game, but besides that, they basically dominated. So I have no idea. But just because of my worrisome of Hurts not being playable for this game, I'm gonna pick the Packers. So yeah. All right, we got the 1 seed Lions taking on the 7 seed Packers, and this is where I think the Packers will indeed fall. It's where I think they do indeed fall because the Lions just seem too powerful. With Jared Goff as the court with quarterback Jared Goff leading that offense, their offense is amazing. Their coach is Dan something. I forgot his last name, but he's amazing. The defense is amazing. All right, they've been winning games by a large margin too. So in the regular season, so I gotta go with the Lions here to move on to the NFC Championship Conference Championship game for the second straight year. They were in it last year, but they lost. Lost. They lost to the Eagles. Yeah. Or no. Sorry, the 49ers. The 49ers. They lost to the 49ers last year. The 5 seed Minnesota Vikings take on the 6 seed Washington Commanders. This is going to be one heck of a game to watch for sure because the Vikings and Commanders, I see both teams as similar matched. All right, as even. You got Jaden Daniels, you got quarterback Jaden Daniels and the Commanders against quarterback Sam Darnold and the Vikings. All right, and do I think the Commanders can win this? Any team can win this game for sure. Who do I think is going to have the better game, though? I think it's going to be Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold in this Vikings offense and defense, but mainly offense, has just been outstanding the entire season, all season long. And I feel like there's no way it stops here. I gotta go Vikings here. I'm sorry. Sorry, Commanders fans, but I gotta go Vikings here. The 1 seed Lions against the 5 seed Vikings. Now look, the Vikings they have a legitimate shot to beat the Lions here and upset them and head to the Super Bowl Yes, you can say what you want, saying yes, but they did lose to the Lions in the last regular season game this year. That doesn't matter, alright? They may have lost by a big margin there, but that doesn't matter, alright? This is a Vikings team that I this is a Vikings team that I'm clearly very positive about. They look really good against the Texans. They were unbelievable. at the beginning of this season, they were unbelievable against the Texans, scoring left and right, and they were playing tremendous defense. They were playing unbelievable defense against the Texans as well, and they've been playing good offense and defense all season long. So, as for the Lions, look, again, same thing. Great defense, great offense, terrific head coach. Also, same for the Vikings. Great head coach as well. This is gonna be one for the. This is gonna be a great. Uh, if there was any conference championship game you would rather watch, it would definitely. This game would be one of those games for sure. Between the Lions and the Vikings, for sure, no doubt about it, for sure. But so, do I think this might? Do I think this may be where the Vikings pull off the win and possibly the upset over the Lions? Uh, Unfortunately, no. I think the Lions are just too powerful. Honestly, I think they got too much. Honestly, with your quarterback leading the offense, Jared Goff, tremendous head coach, tremendous offensive line, tremendous defensive line. There's no stopping the Lions, no stopping the Chiefs either. And that's our Super Bowl matchup. We got the one seed. We got the AFC one seed, Kansas City Chiefs, and the one seed Detroit Lions from the NFC. From the NFC. Who do I think is going to win, the Chiefs or the Lions? Look, the Chiefs. What's at stake? The Chiefs are looking to win their third straight Super Bowl title. All right, they're going for a three-peat. All right, what's at stake for the Lions? The Lions are looking for their first ever Super Bowl title. All right, they've never won a Super Bowl. They've never won. Never made an appearance in the Super Bowl. They're the Actually, in fact, they're the only NFC. Sorry, they're the only NFC team who has never made an appearance in the Super Bowl, which I actually found that interesting. So I'm making that making that curse break. I'm making that streak end. All right, and I think the Lions will indeed finally make an appearance in the Super Bowl this year. All right. Now, whether they win or not, I have no idea because they're facing the Chiefs. But you got Patrick Mahomes leading, leading at quarterback, leading that Chiefs offense, powerful offense. Travis Kelsey, I believe at tight end, and you got several other guys. Hollywood Brown, of course. You got the rookie Hollywood Brown, and then you got several other guys on the offensive line that can do the job perfect as well. And yeah, I just don't really know. And the defense is great. Well, the defense, this is where it gets me about the Chiefs because this year the defense hasn't necessarily been on its A game this year, all right? They've allowed a lot of touchdowns, they've allowed a lot of stuff during the regular season, all right? They haven't seemed to find their A game as far as defense this season, but they have on offense. However, the Detroit Lions, they can do both. They can play offense and they can play defense, all right? And I do indeed believe that is where the Chiefs are going to struggle with. Because the Lions, again, like I just said, the Lions can play defense as well as offense. The Chiefs have had a struggle this season with defense. And this is probably where it's going to come into a big struggle for Kansas City. Which is why I gotta pick the Detroit Lions. I'm picking the Detroit Lions to win it all. how many total points will be scored in the 2024-25 NFL playoffs, 13 games. I'm going to say a 100. But yeah. But yeah, so I I mean, I know the Chiefs. Look, I know the Chiefs get this huge. I know the Chiefs get this huge spark when it comes to postseason, and I really do think they can go a three-peat this season. I really do think they can win the Super Bowl for a third straight year, but I just don't know with if this matchup does come true, and they do indeed face the Lions. I just don't know how that defense is going to play out. You know, it's the offense. The offense is perfect, all right? The offense is great, okay? Not perfect, but it's great, all right? So the offense is not the thing that worries me. It's the defense. The defense worries me so much to the point where I don't know if the Chiefs are going to be able to accomplish it. So I'm going to go with the Lions. So there you go, guys. So that is my 2024 to 25 NFL NFL Super Bowl champs, the Detroit Lions, are my Super Bowl champs for this season. Let me go ahead and submit bracket. There we go, Detroit Lions. $25-18, Houston over TCU. They're going on a commercial break. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the first half. 25-18, 12-length Houston over TCU. Let me see. So, here's some NCAA men's college basketball scores. It's 20-18, Ohio State over Minnesota with 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half on FS1. Now 7:10 to go. Wisconsin beat Rutgers 75-63. So yeah. But yeah, so NFL. Alright, let's go ahead and name this bracket, and let's name it my main bracket. Okay. My main bracket. Now, you guys ready for some fun? Let's do a coin bracket, a coin flip bracket. So how this is going to work is I'm going to pull up here on a new tab on my computer. I'm gonna type in coin. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna type in flip coin. It's gonna give us a coin here. So the moon shape right here is tails, and then on the other side it's heads, which I think it's like a sun or something. That's heads. All right. So let's do another bracket here. All right. NFL. All right. NFL bracket challenge. Create another bracket. This is the final bracket we can do, because that's the only we can only do two. So it's only allowing us to do two. So all right, you start with the Texans and the Chargers. So heads will be the higher seed, which in this case the Texans, the 4 seed, and the 5 seed Chargers will be tails. All right, the lowest seed. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, flip. It is heads. The Houston Texans are moving on to play the Chiefs. Next up, Ravens and Steelers. This is where it gets interesting because you can have a lot of upsets in a coin flip bracket like this. It is tails. The Pittsburgh Steelers pull off the 6/3 seed upset over the Ravens. Now the Bills and the Broncos. Flip. It is the Bills. They survive. And because the Steelers won, the Texans will take on the Bills and the Steelers will take on the Chiefs. Alright, let's flip again. It is tails. The Steelers beat the Chiefs. Chiefs go down early. It is tails. The Texans head to the AFC Conference Championship game to take on the Steelers. They beat the Bills, which I can actually see because they've already beat the Bills once this regular season. It is heads. The Texans are headed to the Super Bowl. Now the NFC. I promise this is not rigged. I'm just going by what the coin says here. We got the Rams and the Vikings. Tails. The Minnesota Vikings head to play the Lions. Flip again. Heads. The Buccaneers beat the Commanders. Flip again. Tails. Wait, hold on. What was it? Tails. The Packers win. Alright, Lions and Packers. Flip. Heads. It is the Lions. Flip. It is tails. So the Vikings beat the Buccaneers. Flip. It is heads. The Detroit Lions beat the Minnesota Vikings. So, for the coin flip bracket, the coin predicts the Super Bowl to be the NFC 1 seed Detroit Lions versus the 4 seed from the AFC, the Houston Texans. Let's flip a coin and let's flip the coin again and see who it predicts to be its Super Bowl champ. Flip. It is tails. The Texans are Super Bowl champs. I promise this is not rigged. I'm going to say 102 for this one. Uh, yeah, I'll say 102 for this one. All right, let's go ahead and submit bracket here. Yeah, this is the first meeting between these two ball clubs since the Big 12 tournament last season. Swallowed up by the Houston team. Houston, 8 seconds for 2, off the mark. And a bucket goaltending on TCU, I guess. So that'll be a bucket for Juwan Roberts. It's now 4.8 seconds to go in the first half. It's 29-20. 12 on Houston over TCU. They're going to take a commercial break as they take a timeout here. All right. And now if we go back to NFL homepage, here we go. Let's do bracket challenge. And let's name this bracket. Shout. Alright, so I got my main bracket, which I predict the Detroit Lions to win it all over the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we got the coin flip bracket, which the coin predicts the Super Bowl champs to be the Houston Texans over the Detroit Lions. And a buzzer beater 2-point shot by TCU, 29-22 Houston. 12-ranked Houston over TCU at halftime, 29-22. I would imagine they're probably going to take a look at this. And yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was way out of his hand before the clock stopped. Oh, they're going to the clock. So the basket is clearly good. They're not reviewing that. What they're reviewing is how much time is left on the clock. Reynolds, which is TCU, who scored that 2-pointer, was also fouled in the meantime. So they just added 0.9 seconds left on the clock. So 0.9 to go in the first half. Reynolds will come to the free throw line for TCU to try and make it a 3-point play here and finish off the half down 29-23 against the 12-ranked Houston Cougars. Let's see what he can do here. And he misses it. And it is off the mark. All right. 29-22. 12-ranked Houston over TCU. Houston's 8th time holding an opponent to 25 points or fewer in the first half. We've been going now for 54 minutes, almost 55 minutes. now. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I heard a noise out there, but apparently it was just my sister, Sarah. Good start for Houston in this game over TCU. ESPN. Any college football fans out there? In the FCS championship game, it's currently right now 35-25. North Dakota State over Montana State with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes to go in the game. Montana State has the football. Second and 3 at Montana State's 49-yard line. It seems like they only need a first down, and they're in field goal range or field goal territory. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. I wanted to talk about. So, let's pull up ML. Oh shoot, let's pull up MLB here. MLB. And what I wanted to talk about was this. So, the New York Yankees are discussing a trade right now involved with the San Diego Padres, where the Yankees would acquire three-time batting champion Luis Ariz from the San Diego Padres. This was per MLB.com. This was posted at 5:18 today p.m. Central Time. It says January 6th. Yankees are eyeing Ariz for second base. And honestly, if they are able to actually get this trade done with the Padres, look, that solves their second base problem. Might even solve their in total infield problem and stuff. I have no idea. They may still need a first baseman, but actually no, because they already got Paul Goldschmidt. Because they got Paul Goldschmidt now. So yeah, if they get Luis Ariz here, that basically locks up their infield for at least the season. But it says, as the Yankees continue to explore ways to upgrade their infield, the club has been discussing a trade with the Padres for three-time batting champion Luis Arraez. Reports told Jeff Passan in an article for ESPN Plus. Subscription required. Arraez would fill the second base void left by Gleyber Torres, who signed a 1-year, $15 million deal with the Tigers in free agency. If the Yankees acquire Arraez, they'd presumably keep Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the hot corner at third base. Yeah, that makes sense because if they acquire Arraez, because Chisholm can play second base without a problem. Chisholm can play second base, but if they do acquire Arraez, then they won't use Chisholm at second base. If they end up not getting the job done and acquiring Arraez, then they'll probably still have to use Josh Chisholm Jr. over there at the second base position. But yeah. It says the Yankees also have been linked to a pair of big-name third basemen, free agent Alex Bregman and trade candidate Nolan Arenado of the Cardinals. However, adding one of those players has become increasingly unlikely for New York, according to recent reporting from MLB Network insider Joel Sherman. See below. New York had also reached out to the Dodgers about Gavin Lux after Los Angeles added to its infield stockpile by signing Hai-Seong Kim, but Lux was reportedly dealt to the Reds on today. So yeah. And now look. Do I think this would be a good trade for the Yankees to make with the Padres? I do. I think if, and like I said, if the Yankees are able to solidify and secure Luis Arraez and guarantee this trade, that basically solidifies their infield for at least 2025, for at least the season. All right, because you got Paul Goldschmidt at first base. All right, I'm gonna assume first. I'm gonna assume at first base your main first baseman is probably gonna be Paul Goldschmidt this season, and for however long he's on the Yankees. And like I was just reading there, you can put Jazz Chisholm Jr. at third base, and then for shortstop you can have Anthony Volpe. So your infield is basically set. All right, that's if you are indeed able to acquire Luis Arraez. All right, if not, you've got to figure out how to fill the shoes of Gleyber Torres at the second base position. All right, it can't just be Jazz Chisholm Jr. over there at second base. All right, it's got to be other players, other good players as well. All right, other good players as well. Okay. All right. So if they're not able to acquire Luis Arraez from the Padres, if they're not able to guarantee this trade, then they have to look somewhere else and try to find some type of second baseman that they can work a deal around and bring him over to New York to fill in those big shoes that Gleyber Torres filled in over there at second base when he was with New York. But yeah. Torres was a great player at the second base position for the Yankees. All right, he was doing well. Okay, and he had a lot of key moments with the bat as well. All right, and that's the other thing when it comes to second base. When it comes to any position player that you acquire or you get from free agency, you have to make sure they not only can play the position well, but they can also hit They can also hit pretty well as well. All right. So if they acquire a Rise, all right, the bat is secured. Okay, because Rise has a terrific bat. He can hit. He can play defense. All right, but if you're not able to acquire a Rise, all right, you need to go out there and make sure you get a good second baseman that can play the position well, but as well hit well. Okay, so yeah. So like if I look up MLB.com here, I can. Oh, okay. So I just saw this article just now. Nolan Arenado is willing to waive no trade clause for the Boston Red Sox. A source told a source. This is per MLB.com's John Denton. It says while it looked for a time that Nolan Arenado could be headed to the Yankees with Paul Goldschmidt, or instead to a Dodgers franchise he rooted for as a kid while growing up in Southern California, a new team has seemingly emerged as a favorite to land the 10-time Gold Glove winner. The Reds, I've also just now learned he won 10 Gold Gloves. I did not realize that. That's amazing, honestly. Congratulations. The Red Sox have emerged as a strong candidate to land Arenado via a trade from the Cardinals, a source told MLB.com in recent days. Boston could be close to pulling out of the sweepstakes for free agent third baseman Alex Bregman, who could potentially command a deal worth $200 million per the source. So it seems like the Red Sox are emerging or have emerged as a strong candidate for a potential landing spot of third baseman Nolan Arenado in a trade with the Cardinals. All right, and if that does happen, then they will pull away. Then they will pull away from the sweepstakes of free agent third baseman Alex Bregman. It's Yeah, it says Boston could be close to pulling out of the sweepstakes of Bregman. So it says Arenado, who is owed $74 million over the next 3 years, could soon be headed to Fenway Park, a right-handed hitter's paradise, and a place that could revitalize his power slump. The 33-year-old Arenado, who has a full no-trade clause in his contract and flexed it in December to block a potential deal to the Astros, has informed the Cardinals of his willingness to agree to a potential trade to the Red Sox, a source said. Red Sox shortstop slash second baseman Travis Story, who played with Arenado in Colorado from 2016 to 2020, has been selling his friend on the merits of playing for Boston in recent weeks. However, a Cards-Red Sox swap could be contingent, however you say that word, on St. Louis swallowing a sizable chunk of the money still owed to the third baseman. Third baseman, and Boston also dealing first baseman Tristan Casas for value. Such a move could aid the Cardinals in clearing their salary commitments and giving more playing time to Nolan Gorman, Brendan Donovan, and at number 4 prospect Thomas Sagis in 2025. Like the story, yes. So that's interesting. Anyway, so what I was gonna say was I was gonna look up rosters of teams, look up second baseman that the Yankees could possibly make a trade for and stuff like that. If they are not able to acquire Luis Ariz. So let's go to the depth chart for the Seattle Mariners. And at second base, we got Dylan Moore and Leo Rivas. So, I mean, you could get Leo Rivas. You could even get Dylan Moore, honestly. The Yankees have enough trade pieces where they can get a guy like Dylan Moore. They, but it also depends on what type of bat did Dylan Moore have in the 2024 season. .201. See, that's the thing. Is the Yankees can't afford that. Alright? The Yankees need a guy that can play good on defense but also play good with the bat as well. So I don't know. The Yankees can figure that stuff out. That's if they are able to that's if they are not able to acquire Luis Ariz from the Padres. If they are, then they don't even have to worry about it. But yeah. Alright. Houston, 12 ranked Houston, and TCU are just now starting the second half here. TCU starts with the basketball here in the second half, second and final half of the basketball game. TCU right now, all they're doing right now is just passing it around right now. TCU for two, off the backboard, and that will be a shot clock violation. It went off the backboard and in, but basket does not count because they are saying it's a shot clock violation. They're saying it was a shot clock violation. And I don't think they're showing the replay right now. Yeah, I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it off in time. Yeah. Yeah, after review, the ball was still in his hands. Shot clock violation. Terrific shot, though. That was an unbelievable shot right there. Just unfortunate that it turned out to be a shot clock violation. Shout out to Mom in the chat. She is the first. Sarah Austin says hi, I guess. Uh, 18 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. It's 29-22. 12 ranked Houston over TCU still. Still the halftime score. Houston, TCU has the basketball with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 2-pointer, good. Did the little hook shot there. What's the score? Right now, the score is Houston Cougars over the TCU Horned Frogs 29-24 right now. 29-24 Houston over TCU. It seems like TCU is coming back right now because it seems like Houston just shout out to Daddy in the chat. Oh wait, shoot. Hold on. Shout out to Daddy in the chat. Seems like Houston is falling apart right now though, because TCU misses a 3 there offensive rebound, and that will be a foul on Houston. Yeah, Houston is. Well, TCU is now at 24 points. Houston also just fouled TCU. So, but it looks like they'll just throw it in from the sideline, so it's nothing major. But and there's a 2-pointer by TCU. It's now 29-26. We've been going now for an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah, an hour and 16 minutes. "17 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game." A 2-pointer by Juwan Roberts and a foul. So it's now 31-26 plus the foul. Roberts will go to the free throw line for Houston to try and make it a 3-point play. They just said after tonight's game, Juwan Roberts will have played his 149th career game with the Houston Cougars. That's insane. With the amount of players going into like the transfer portal and stuff like that, I just can't imagine what's like playing 149 career games for one college team. By the way, he missed the free throw, so it's still 31-26. 3-pointer. Oh, wait. No, just 2-pointer. He was inside the line. But Emmanuel Sharp, nice 2-pointer there. It's now 33-26. 33-26. Houston with the steal, but fumbles at TCU with the steal for 2 and a block. Houston with the basketball. Sharp for 3. Drains it. It's now 36-26. 36-26. Houston over TCU. Timeout. Horned Frogs with 16 minutes to go in the game. Good start right now. Good start to the second half so far for the Cougars over the TCU Horned Frogs here. For everyone that's a college football fan, the FCS champion, the FCS champions are Dakota the North Dakota State Bisons as they take down as they win 35-32 over the Montana State Bobcats. The Bobcats are now 15-1. The Bisons are now 14-2 to end the college football season for both programs. So this is interesting. So this was per Adam Berry, MLB.com. Rays state preference to be back at Tropicana Field for the start of the 2026 season. For those who don't know, Tropicana Field, the roof was teared down um, thanks to, I believe it was Hurricane Helene that blew through Florida and just completely knocked out the roof. Just completely took out the roof of Tropicana Field. Let me see. It was Hurricane Milton in early October. So per Adam Berry of MLB.com, it says the Rays have reserved a course and made the preference clear. They want to be back at Tropicana Field for the 2026 season. In a December 30th email to St. Petersburg City Administrator Rob Gertz, team president Matt Silverman wrote that the Rays support and expect the city to rebuild Tropicana Field in accordance with the terms of the current use agreement. The Rays are set to play this coming season at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa after the Trop, their domed home since their inaugural season in 1998, sustained significant damage during Hurricane Milton in early October. The Rays had been open to considering a scenario in which the city bought out of its obligation to rebuild Tropicana Field, which would have left the club without a ballpark in 2026, but now support the city's effort to repair the stadium. So yeah. TCU with a bucket there. Noah Reynolds, number 21. It's now 38-28. Under 15 minutes to play in this game. 12-ranked Houston leads TCU by 10, still 38-28. Here, Houston try to find an open room. Short for three, drains it. 41-28. Houston over TCU. Houston, Emmanuel Sharp has been amazing from the three-point line so far in this basketball game for Houston against TCU. Houston has overall been a wonderful team this season so far. That including the first two games of conference play they played in before this one against Oklahoma State and BYU. Oklahoma State and BYU. I don't know why I was blinking on that so much. But that was a bucket for TCU. It's now 43-30. I'm just now realizing Houston's now at 43. Shout out to everyone. We have now been going on for an hour and 24 minutes. about to be an hour and 25 minutes. Hour and now it's officially an hour and 25 minutes that we've been on the air. And they're going on to commercial break now. Alright, so what? Oh, never mind. Alright, so let's take a look. So let me see. Yeah, so let's look at MLB. Let's see if we can find any other articles we probably want to dabble in on here. This last one right here. The last one that we'll dabble into for tonight's stream. We'll do more tomorrow night during the Baylor game. But this one, will Roki Sasaki sweepstakes come down to one of these 7 teams? This was per MLB.com. It says at 23 years old, Sasaki is subject to international bonus pool money restrictions, which are placed on foreign-born players unless they are at least 25 years of age and have played as a professional in a foreign league recognized by Major League Baseball for a minimum of 6 seasons. Sasaki is not expected to sign until the 2025 International Amateur Signing period begins on January 15th. His negotiating window runs through January 23rd if he doesn't have a deal in place by then. He will return to the Chiba Lotte Marines of Nippon Professional Baseball for the 2025 season. If he does not sign up to January 23rd. But yeah, January 6th. Will the Sasaki sweepstakes come down to one of these teams? The Sasaki sweepstakes are entering the home stretch with 9 days to go before the start of the 2025 International Amateur Signing period on January 15th and 17th. Left before the right-handers posting window is due to close on January 23rd. We last heard from Sasaki's camp on December 30th when agent Joel Wolf told reporters that the coveted pitcher had returned home to Japan to mull over his decision after meeting with teams in Los Angeles. Wolf said that 20 teams submitted presentations when Sasaki was posted by his NPB team, the Chiba Lotte Marines, on December 9th to this point. However, Sasaki has only met with 7 known clubs: the Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, Cubs, Giants, Rangers, and Padres. Just please don't let it be the Rangers, Dodgers, or Yankees, for that matter. I'm fine with the Padres, Giants, Cubs, or Mets. Just don't let it be the Yankees, Dodgers, or Rangers. We definitely don't need the Rangers because they're in the same division as the Astros. We don't need that. It's certainly possible that Sasaki could add some new teams to the list, but considering how Sasaki's process is progressing, the likelihood is that his decision will come down to one of those 7 teams. $13:11 to go in the game. It's 45-30, 12-run Houston over TCU. Timeout called. And taking a commercial break as well. Alright, so let me inform you guys on what's my schedule. So, I'm gonna do this stream. I'm doing this stream tonight, and then tomorrow night at 6 o'clock p.m. At 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, we got the Baylor Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats, I think. Yeah. 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 Tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, the Baylor Bears, who are 9-4 overall, 1-1 in conference play, take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Who are 0-2 in conference play and are 10-3 overall. So, yeah, the matchup predictor predicts that Baylor wins. Baylor 67.6% over Cincinnati, who's only 32.4%. Yeah, Cincinnati's first two games of conference play, they lost to Kansas State 70-67, and they lost to Arizona 72-67. Baylor's first two games of conference play, they beat Utah pretty easily, 81-56, but they lost to Iowa State 74-55 in their last game. So, yeah, after Cincinnati, they play on after the Cincinnati Bearcats tomorrow. They play at 8:30 p.m. on the 11th on this Saturday, the 11th, against Arizona State Sun Devils, who are also 10-3 overall, and also 1-1 in conference play on ESPN Plus in Tempe, Arizona, at the Desert Financial Arena. Baylor is also predicted to win that game by the matchup predictor, 67.6% over 32.4%. So, yeah. And then Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bearcats next game after Baylor they play the 11th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks at 1 o'clock p.m. this Saturday, January 11th, on ESPN Plus against the 11th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks, who are 1-1 in conference play, 10-3 overall. And the matchup predictor predicts Kansas to win it all, to win the game. Just barely, though. 52.4% over 47.6%. I honestly think Cincinnati is one of the teams that has a legitimate shot at beating Kansas this season. And what will help them for sure is they're at home. They're in Cincinnati, Ohio. They'll be playing the game in Cincinnati, Ohio, at the Fifth Third Arena. So that will definitely help for sure. We have now been going for an hour and 34 minutes now. We've now been going for an hour and 34 minutes. Let me see. So right here, here. Here. Oh. But anyways, what was I gonna tell you guys? So, yes. Yes, that is so. My schedule coming up is we got. I'm doing this watch party tonight between 12 rank Houston Cougars and the TCU Horned Frogs, and then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, I got a watch party for the Baylor Bears against the Cincinnati Bearcats. And then on Wednesday, this Wednesday, the 8th, the I got the 11 ranked Kansas Jayhawks taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Yes, the Arizona State Sun Devils. I believe that's right. Yes, that is right. At 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN2. And then, by the way, 13 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the game. It's 41-39 Minnesota over Ohio State. And then on Saturday, I believe, on Saturday, January 11th, we got all three teams, Houston, Baylor, Kansas, they are all three playing this Saturday. So I will be busy. This Saturday. But it will be a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing this stuff. I hope y'all are too. Because, man, are we just getting started. So, we got at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, we got the 11 ranked Kansas Jayhawks taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time, I believe. At 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, we got Kansas State taking on number 12 ranked Houston Cougars in Kansas. Let me see, when is... Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So... Oh, buzzer beater 2 right there for Houston, 52-33. He did the hook. Anyways, Kansas State. It's alright. We'll just do this. Where is it? So, Houston. It'll be in Manhattan, Kansas, at the Brimley Coliseum. Yeah, coming 9 minutes to go in this game. 52-36, 12-point Houston over TCU. Missed shot right there. TCU defensive rebound. And Emmanuel Sharp will get whistled for a foul. Alright, and finally, last but not least, that night at 8:30 p.m. Yeah, 8:30 p.m. Central Time on the ESPN Plus, we got the Baylor Bears, my Baylor Bears, taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils in Tempe, Arizona. Alright, in Tempe, Arizona. At the Desert Financial Arena. So, yeah. That's Saturday. And then on Sunday, let me see. Hold on. Well, I don't have anything else. Well, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Saturday, I'll be busy on Saturday because Saturday we also start the NFL playoffs. Which, wait, hold on. Houston schedule. Wild card. Yeah, so this Saturday, January 11th at 3:30 p.m. Central Time on CBS and Paramount Plus, we got the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Chargers in Houston, Texas at NRG Stadium. And then at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time that night on Prime Video, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. And then on Sunday, January 12th, we got no basketball games, but on Sunday, January 12th, we got at 12 p.m. Central Time, we got on CBS and Paramount Plus, we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos in Buffalo, New York. Oh no, in Orchard Park, New York, at Highmark Stadium. Then at 3:30 p.m. Central Time on Fox, we got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at Lincoln Financial Field. And then, last but not least, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time on NBC and Peacock, we got the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, Florida, at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. And then Monday night wild card football. We got the at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. We got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams. In Los Angeles, sorry, in Los Angeles, California. In Los Angeles, in Inglewood, California, at SoFi Stadium. So once again, winner of the Texans and Chargers played the Chiefs. Winner of the Ravens and Steelers. Well, you want them? I'll let you guys figure that out once we get there. But yeah. So game twins. Houston has missed 7 of their last. On the offense, they have missed 7 of their last 8 field goals, and TCU is on a 7-0 scoring run right now against the Cougars. It's 52-40 right now. Houston up by 12 points, by a 12-point lead. Ron Roberts for 2 off the backboard. It's 54-40. 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in this game. 12-ranked Houston leads TCU 54-40. There's Ron Roberts, 997 career points now in his career with the Houston Cougars. And there's a steal by Houston. Houston for 3. Drains it. 57-40. A 3-pointer by if they show. I don't know if they'll say or not. Either way, a 3-pointer by Wilson. I don't know if it'll say its first name. Actually, we can look it up here. TCU for 2 off the mark. Houston with the defensive rebound. Houston Cougars. That was Mylik Wilson. That was number 8, Mylik Wilson. Guard Mylik Wilson with the 3-pointer right there for Houston. Houston shooting free throws at the free throw line. Looks like it's Tugler. It might be Tugler. I might be wrong, but he went 2 for 2 at the line there. It's now 59-40. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game over TCU. I'm going to look that up. Number 5 it was. It was number 5. Houston. Roster. Number 5. Oh no, that was Javier Francis. I was way off. That was Javier Francis. Alright, my bad. I didn't even know. TCU has 3 assists and 16 turnovers. I'm assuming that might be in this game, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that's in the second half. And that's a shot clock violation on TCU. That is now 17 TCU turnovers. I'm not 100% sure if that's in the second half or if that's in this game. Coming up on Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus. The 21 ranked West Virginia Mountaineers take on the Arizona Wildcats. So those who want to see that game, that'll be at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus on Tuesday. This Tuesday. So yeah. Sorry, on Tuesday. Alright, so that is that is in the entire game, TCU has indeed had 17 turnovers. And that's now 18 turnovers on a block by Juwan Roberts for Houston. It was a TCU steal, and then Juwan Roberts just blocks it, just makes an incredible block right there. And Houston, TCU with its 18th turnover of the game. Now TCU with the steal at the basketball, and what is happening? Reynolds for 2 for Houston. Now 61-42. So much chaos is happening already. So much chaos in this game. So much chaos. 4 minutes remain in this game. Again, 61-42. 12 ranked Houston over TCU. Two-pointer banked. Drained. 63-42. 3:40 to go in the game. That was number 7, Milos Uzan with the two-pointer. The 12 ranked Houston leads TCU 63-42, 3:30 to go in the game. Good defense right there by Houston, and that will be a shot clock violation on TCU. Houston leads by 21 over TCU. TCU all tied up in this game right now. In a bad way. They're all tied up right now. They don't know what to do. TCU is falling apart in this game right now. Houston's playing some really good defense and offense in this game so far. And they got like 3 minutes and like 20 seconds to go in the game. So we got some NFL news sources. This was per ESPN staff writer Todd Archer. The Bears request an interview with Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy. The Chicago Bears have officially requested an interview with Mike McCarthy. Todd Archer writes, Frisco, Texas. Jerry Jones' time frame on whether to keep Mike McCarthy as Dallas Cowboys coach could be affected by the Chicago Bears. Multiple sources said the Bears have sought permissions to speak with McCarthy regarding their head coaching vacancy. A source told ESPN's Adam Schefter that the Cowboys have yet to respond to the request. So the Bears are still waiting on a response from the Dallas Cowboys on whether they will allow the Bears to interview Mike McCarthy or not. Because the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys, neither team is in the playoffs this season. So, I mean, technically they can start their offseason right now by, like, signing coaches and by, like, getting coaches and stuff. But they can't do free agency and stuff until after the playoffs are done and until after the season is officially over. So, this is interesting. This is an article by MSN. An article talking about MLB's top 5 starting rotations to watch in 2025 this year. This was a story by Austin Rickles, posted 11 hours ago. He writes, "It is an interesting time for starting pitch MLB's top 5 starting rotations to watch in 2025. It is an interesting time for starting pitching in Major League Baseball, MLB. Once the undisputed foundation of any contending team, the role of the starter has undergone a dramatic transformation from the Atlanta Braves with NL Cy Young winner Chris Sale to the New York Yankees with Max Fried, freshly signed to the Los Angeles Dodgers after acquiring Blake Snell. These rankings cover it all. Gone are the days when aces like Nolan Ryan routinely pitched into the ninth inning, often carrying their teams on their backs. If their place, we've entered an era dominated by bullpen games, 5 inning outings, and meticulous pitch counts. Despite the declining workloads and an increasing reliance on relievers, one fact remains crystal clear. MLB teams still prize elite starting pitchers. The proof: an eye-popping $1.2 billion of the $2.6 billion spent on free agents this offseason went to starting pitchers. Fewer innings, more money. It speaks volumes about how the game has changed and how much teams still value a dominant rotation. Let's take a closer look at the top rotations entering the 2025 season. Alright, for some reason it's not showing me. So yeah. Alright. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the game. It's 63-44. 12-1 Houston over TCU. TCU for 3. Off the mark. Houston. Defensive rebound. 1:35 to go in the game. Houston. That will be timeout called by Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars. Just a small timeout to talk things over here. Oh no, sorry, it was a timeout to bring in substitutions. Bring in substitute players. Okay, now yeah. A minute and 20 to go here in this game. 63-44, 12-ranked Houston over TCU. For 2 points. Misses, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair. Holy cow! Cougars held six. Oh, it it went away. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the game. It's now 65-44. 12 ranked Houston over TCU. Houston played a good game against TCU. They held the ground and overall displayed terrific defense, terrific offense here against the Horned Frogs. And now they're going to go up 3-0 to start off Big 12 conference play this season. TCU is going to drop to 1-2. They're also going to drop to 8-6. They're going to get their sixth loss of the season. Houston's going to get their 11th win of the season. 37.1 to go here in this game. 37 seconds to go in the game. As TCU will just dribble the ball slowly down the court. And like the announcers just mentioned, Houston's schedule, shot clock is off, so they'll just hold the ball now. Like the announcers just mentioned, Houston's schedule is actually set up to where they could actually start conference play 7-0 going into Lawrence, Kansas against the Kansas Jayhawks. But that's it. The 12-ranked Houston Cougars beat the TCU Horned Frogs for their 31st straight home victory. The longest streak in Division 1. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, 65-46. 12-ranked Houston beats TCU is the final score. And that will do it for this stream as well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm Sam, and this was episode 23 of Super Sam Sports Encore podcast of this watch party here between the 12-ranked Houston Cougars and the TCU Horned Frogs. I'm Sam. I will see y'all guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time for a watch party between the Baylor Bears and the Cincinnati Bearcats. And then on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, we got the Arizona Sun Devils and the 11-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. All right. So there, folks. I'm Sam. I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. See y'all there. Peace.